Hey guys, so I know it's been a while since I filmed again, but I don't want to talk about that right now. We're here to talk about the tattoo that I just got.
Oh, I did not realize that little piece of hair is on the other side than it's supposed to be, and I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how long in this video it's lasts like that. I just realized now while editing it, and I'm so sorry.
So it's been 6 days since I've gotten the tattoo on my ribs that I've been wanting for so long. I've been wanting this tattoo, I would say at least for 3 or 4 years now. So first, before I even got the tattoo, I knew I wanted to have Graham Niles do my tattoo. I'll have his information in the description, like his Instagram and stuff. He's tattooed me before. He's done my shoulder. I don't know. I have a video on me getting this tattoo that I got last summer. And I knew I wanted him to tattoo me again, and he's tattooed birds before. I just feel like animals is something that you want to make sure that the tattoo artist can do because it's easy to mess them up. So he's tattooed birds before and he did this, so I trusted him, and so I knew I wanted to go to him. He's in Denver, Colorado. So it took a couple months between the consultation and the tattoo, just because artists, like, they have people all the time, so you have to go ahead of when they're scheduled. Some artists aren't even booking all the time. You have to wait till their book's open. Luckily, Graham isn't that busy where I didn't have to wait until he's like, books are open, and then there's just a rush of emails towards him and he picks the ones he most wants. There's some artists that I would love to get tattooed by, but they have books and they're closed right now. So the nice thing about Graham is he doesn't necessarily have a time where he opens and closes them. Hopefully this makes sense. So I will put up a few reference pictures here. Now, I think a good thing for tattoo artists is showing them objects of what you want to get tattooed. Now, it's important not to show them tattoos other people have done and be like, can you do this on me? At least I see that as disrespectful to the original artist and your current tattoo artist. It's not like you're not trusting them with their creativity and you're ripping off the original artist. So what I did is I sent him a couple pictures of ravens. One of this is a picture in Manitou that I really liked and my dad actually sent to me. And I also sent him this. So I knew with the positioning of the birds, I was looking up ravens and different poses they can be in. I knew I wanted it perched on something. And instead of having its body and its like shoulders aligned, I wanted it kind of turned, because that way I thought it was like more dynamic than a bird just perched on something. I wanted it to be like I wanted it to be looking back. So I made that clear to Graham, and I also said I want the head facing my belly button rather than my back. So it would basically be like this, and here's my stomach, here's my back. I don't know if this makes sense, but this is what I told him. So that's pretty much all I had before I got the tattoo. So I'll talk about what it was like afterwards, but here are some clips that Josh recorded for me of me getting the tattoo. So it was a very painful tattoo. Granted, I only have 4 and 2 of them are super small, so I really only have 2 big tattoos that... Is this? Oh. I really only... Okay, I don't want it... This was on my ribs, however, it's just 2 words and it's very small, so although it hurt, it lasted like 10 minutes. This in total, why? Okay. This tattoo only took 2 hours, which I find is crazy. That's half the amount of time as the flowers, and I would say it's smaller surface area, but it's more shaded and stuff, so it just confused me. I don't like to give a number. I don't know, 4 out of 5 the entire time, pretty much. I feel like numbers are arbitrary. Like, it's like, I don't know what a 10 out of 10 pain scale is like. Like, if I get my arm cut off, maybe then I'll know what a 10. So I don't want to give it a number if I've never experienced super painful. I don't know. Like, I just think that's dumb, so I'm not giving it a number. It hurt, though. I don't know if you can see in the video, but I had my Patagonia that I was, like, leaning using as a pillow, and I'd bite onto it because I was biting onto my lips, but it hurt after a while, biting onto yourself. So I bit on my Patagonia, I was holding Josh's hand, I was like squeezing it, and I had to like scrunch my toes. My dad is covered in tattoos, and he said the 2 most painful spots were his ribs and his chest. Also, when people say tattoos don't hurt, they're lying. I think they're trying to be cool. There's times where it doesn't hurt that bad, where it's just kind of like a light pinching feeling, but they hurt throughout the entire process. Like, it's not like it feels good. Like, sometimes after a while it might feel a little numb with like your adrenaline, and I was like shaking all the way through, and like he was trying to take a picture, and I was like okay, take it, because I'm shaking, because I do that. But whoever says tattoos don't hurt, they suck. They're lying to you. Anyways, it was strange too because it wasn't like certain spots did hurt more than others, but it wasn't consistent. Like it wasn't like every time it was over a bone it hurt, or the higher the tattoo was, the more it hurt, or more to the side. Like it just, some pockets hurt more than others. For me, the line work needle hurts the most, which is the first needle. So it's kind of nice because you get the worst done first, and then he moves on to the shading needle. That one feels better, but by the time you get to shading, your body's starting to get a little irritated. Like it's sore, it hurts because it already has been tattooed over. So the more he shades, granted the shading tool hurts less, but you've been tattooing for longer, so your body's more sore, your adrenaline's running out, things like that. So really it's about the same, because by the time you're halfway done through shading, your body's just like, please. But I'm gonna show you to explain the tattoo process. When he's doing all the outline, and I have some clips of him just doing the outline that you saw, that wasn't as bad, but he started down here and worked his way up to the very head. And then he did the branch very last. By the time he got to here, so you tattoo and then you take a paper towel and with pretty good force, you wipe away the excess ink. Sorry, my camera keeps cutting out. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, every time he'd wipe it, it just got sore. So both him tattooing and normally when he stopped, it was like, oh, finally, like I can breathe, just because it's on my ribs. I didn't want to breathe while he was tattooing it. But then he'd wipe it and I was like, ugh. I never think you should not get a tattoo because of the pain. Like if you really want a tattoo and the only thing that's holding you back is the pain, I don't think that's a good idea. Granted, if you're getting a chest piece, maybe consider getting other tattoos before that or something. But if it's your first tattoo, or even if it's a piece and you're like, it's gonna be in such a painful spot, like I knew the ribs was gonna suck, but I was like, I want it there, I know it's gonna look good, and I know it'll hurt, but it only lasted 2 hours. After that, yeah, it was a little sore for the next couple days, but the pain's done after 2 hours. 2 hours versus your entire lifetime. Like, I really don't think pain should be a factor in you getting your tattoo or not. There's a lot of trust you have to put in your artist, because you don't know what it's going to look like till basically it's on, pretty much almost about to be on your body. When he first gave it to me, the drawing, he's like, okay, what do you think of this? I was like, the raven was perched on a skull head, not a branch. And in the email I said I wanted on branch, potentially cherry blossoms, like if you, and obviously he didn't, but I was like, if you want to throw that in. And I've always wanted a skull tattoo. I really have. That was potentially going to be like my second or third tattoo ever, but I've just been putting it off because I've been prioritizing other things. And so I was like, okay, it took me a second. I was like, oh, like I wasn't expecting it to be on a skull. I was like, okay, I've always wanted a skull tattoo, and he does really good skulls, but this is the first tattoo that I've ever done that's just been for me. Like other tattoos have been symbolic of other people in my life, but this is the first one where it's just like my tattoo. I don't want the skull to take away from the raven. I'd rather just have a piece dedicated to a skull itself. So I was like, I really like the skull. I don't see a problem with it, but I was like, is there any way you could just draw it on a branch and I could just see what it looks like? He went up, he drew it, and then he came back down, and I was like, okay, yeah. Like, I think the branch is good because it's not taking away from anything. The raven is the piece. It's not like a whole thing. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm not one to tell people how I feel sometimes because I want to make them happy, but I was like, listen, this is going to be in my body forever. It's awkward because I'm like, I really like that, but can you do the branch? And he was like, oh no, that's totally fine. He's like, I was just messing around. And he's like, yeah, I know you didn't ask for the skull. I was like, okay, great. So after I got the tattoo, I'll just talk about healing very quickly. I'm putting this certain kind of soap, and then I use Aquaphor, and so twice a day, so pretty much morning and night, I just lather it up. And it hurt the first day when I did it because your body's so sore, but now like there's no problem. You just kind of, you want to scrub it at least, like you don't want to dab the soap on, like you want to make sure it's clean because it's an open wound. It's in the stage right now too, but in the past day or two it's been in the peel stage and it itches super bad, but if you don't want to itch it, I itch with like brushing my fingers down my side because if I itch it, I don't think that's good for it. So I've just been lightly brushing it with my fingers every once in a while. But it's been peely, so I recorded a video of me either washing it or putting on Aquaphor, and you can see all the little black specks that are gathering. And the tattoo looks fuzzy. It's really weird, but it's just your skin peeling. Like, that's the process of it. It's still in that stage right now, so when I show you a close-up in a second, you might be able to see the little fuzzies on it. But that's pretty much it. I'll get up really quick and show you it while I'm standing. So this is what it looks like, just me standing regularly. I think it's a really good size. I like where it's placed. And this is what I mean, where it's like its body's facing one way, but then its head turned the other. And I like that he had the back facing instead of his chest being what we can see. But yeah, so this is the little branch he's on, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I think it's in a really good spot, personally. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, that's my tattoo. I hope this wasn't too rambly. I feel like this video is longer than it needs to be, but I'm just trying to cover my bases in case you've never gotten a big piece or you're wondering what it's like getting your ribs tattooed. This has been my experience. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.